let's check on the strawberry patch. This back and forth weather is trash. Okay. So one of the things I've been noticing about like when the weather is so like not ideal for the plants is the plants just be like, well, we're not going to produce things, right? So they're just like, oh, this weather is not ideal for procreating. Um, because this time last year I had so many like actual strawberries. Like I was sick of coming out here having to fight off the birds to pick strawberries. But it's almost May now, and it's just lots of flowers and hardly any. I literally have not harvested a single strawberry yet. Though I have seen some tiny strawberries that I will point out to y'all when I come across them, okay? But for the moment, let's talk about the runners. So, as far as I can tell, it does look like these runners search for sunlight. There are some that are growing inside of this thicket of strawberries, right? What you see, these strawberry leaves are yellowing in here. We're not really getting light, which is, is what it is. I'm not going to come in here and fight them because apparently strawberries are considered dynamic accumulators. So those leaves will suck up some nutrients from deep, far somewhere, create some leaves, drop them on the ground, and the worms will come and eat them, and that'll improve the soil. So that's a thing. But let's see. You see, they're running. Now I tried to fight these before. Let me tell you that trying to fight strawberry runners, it's just really like bringing a knife to a gunfight. You were just never prepared to fight these things. Because there are so many. And as far as I can tell, if you clip them off, a strawberry would just be like, oh, so you tried to bury us, you tried to destroy us, but we have plants to make. Nobody can end our strawberry legacy. And I just send off more, and probably more vigorously than the first time, because strawberries are just vigorous like that. So yeah, I'll be shredding cardboard or whatever and dropping it on here just for like additional mulch. Apparently the worms love cardboard, and it's, the more the merrier. See, these flowers have fallen off here, which usually is an indicator that fruit is on the way, but these flowers were on for so long that it's just hard to say. But let's go in here. Oh my god, this patch is so thick. It's just, I swear I never really didn't you just really never know how much you'll like a plant till you try it. So that's one of the things, you just try everything, as they say. It helps shade the ground so well. Keep it nice, just up the moisture. Of course, the humidity is going to be dumb high beneath these strawberries, and I expect to see more and more like of the surface dwelling worms hiding underneath here once it starts getting hot, you know, because they won't dry out being exposed to the sun. That worked well with my sweet potato patches, so we try not to get stung. Apparently the wasps are really out today. Jesus. Now I literally saw like one actual strawberry being grown. You see all of these strawberry plants. I had half this many strawberry plants last year, and I got an obnoxious amount of strawberries. Like, strawberries basically grow themselves. You just need to give them this good sunlight and shove them in the ground, and then they take care of everything else. Oh, okay. Here is the one actual strawberry. I don't know what's different about this plant. One thing that did happen last season is that now with the strawberries, that's the more strawberries. This is a running type too. Oh, sorry. The cornflakes trying to take me out. Is that I didn't okay, it's not with the strawberries, like I definitely just said that, didn't I? With my fig trees is they were newly installed, right? So I was like, there is no way I'm gonna get figs off the trees this early, because they always be like, oh, you need to wait for fruit on the fruit trees. But both my fig trees fruited after being in the ground for literally like 7 months. So I was waiting for them to get ripe or whatever. I got a couple of ripe ones, but then it decided it wanted to get cold, and the figs just it just sucked all the sweetness out of the figs. Like, they were so sweet at first before the cold hit. So what I figured out is here in my zone 7B or something, is that because we didn't really have a hot summer last summer, not hot for us anyway. So like the tomatoes did poorly, the okra didn't even happen. Like, oh god, the summer harvest was terrible. So anyways, the plants are going by those cues. The heat, it's got to be a certain amount of heat for a certain amount of time in order for them to do what they need to do, on their like tree schedule, plant schedule thing. So when that didn't happen, the fig trees apparently fruited late, super late. Because I looked it up, and apparently the Celeste fruit tree is supposed to fruit in summer. Like, I should have had a harvest during the heat, like in July. I didn't have any ripe figs on that tree until September or so. So we're having a similar problem with these strawberries. But I'm telling y'all, I'm still eating for the strawberries from last year's harvest. Like, the strawberries did obnoxiously well. And there's a little tiny one. With this weather, it's so back and forth. The strawberry plants are just like, I don't know if it's time to fruit. Like, oof, it's ghetto out here, my goodness. I'm like, yes, you know what, strawberry plants? It is ghetto out here, but I'm gonna need y'all to do what y'all do. This is a raspberry. It's clearly not trained on anything. I honestly did not know raspberry plants were so vigorous when I first planted it. So I'm waiting on some companion plants to grow in to solve that problem. And I guess that's another thing about the food foresting, right? Is that you could just chill and be like, you know what, this year I'm gonna just let it rock, because it's really a lot to do. Like, it's a system, it works together, or I mean, it does when you take the care to do so. And you just add piece by piece, and you're really building something that can, once it's fully fledged, it can keep going without you. So, there's a snake or something. You know what? I'm not gonna lean over there to look for that. They're not gonna get me bit. Ooh, you see how big this strawberry plant is, though? Like, this strawberry over here look vigorous. Okay, like, it is luscious. Now, in this part, there is like added soil. Right, and one of the other things I did notice is that the worms, are attracted to that good soil. It's easier for them to move around in. So like these areas over here are like super fertile. They have so many worms moving back and forth. But I'm hoping that these strawberries, when they fill in, will properly shade out these obnoxious weeds, right? This, whatever this weed is, doesn't seem to do that well in the shade. So it's the strawberries. As you can see how big they get, fill in. I should have fewer problems with that. And then of course the strawberries will keep running. I'm just really gonna let the strawberries run wherever they please at this point. And then fill in other ground cover plants. As I, and when I get around to it. So that is a thing. Oh my god, look how these chives look so cute. I'm going to get stabbed over here messing with y'all. Look. Because this other raspberry, I'm telling you, there is, I don't even know how to mentally prepare a person to grow raspberries. Oh, I didn't realize this one was flowering. And early-ish, I guess. Oof, these chives are just luscious. Ooh, hopefully they'll flower. Jesus, actually drop seeds and spread. Because I just realized the other day that I ran out of seeds for those. These are tree collards. Yeah. I guess another thing I will say about strawberries is that these things are suspiciously difficult to kill. I dropped layers and layers of mulch over these things, and they're just like, see, I know you tried to kill us, but that's just not gonna work. And they pop back up. So even the strawberries did cross this pathway. Like, this is just the path of strawberry bushes last year. And I just was like, I'm not gonna fight these things, so I just stopped walking through here. But in the winter they got less vigorous, so I mulched this path. And then they just continued their way over here in some places, like over here. And now they're putting up more runners. So if you want to try the path of least resistance, try patience. Because I just, don't fight strawberries. So anyways, that is just a bit of what is going on out here. Hit that like and subscribe for more. I definitely want to update y'all when I get some actual strawberries, so you can see the actual fruit. So you know I'm like actually growing food and not lying and pretending or whatever. Because with this weird weather, it's been suspicious growing things. Like, I mostly just got asparagus, but and tree collards. So anyways, this is the Home is a Jungle, and I will be back